Ads are everywhere, like for real. Sometimes you are just browsing the internet, or you are playing some games on your smartphone, and they start popping up. And sometimes they get really annoying, and they may present content that isn't suitable for every age. That's why I'm going to stop most of these ads with a simple device like this, a $50 Raspberry Pi that you can just plug on your home router, and it will block almost every ad in your home. And don't worry, installing this isn't complicated. It only takes some minutes. So enough talking, let's get started. To get this up and running, you will need some hardware. First, you will need a Raspberry Pi. I'm using a Raspberry Pi 4 with 1 GB of RAM, and it is more than enough. You can also use a Raspberry Pi 3 or the new Raspberry Pi 5. You will also need a micro SD card, 16 GB is more than enough, a power supply, and an Ethernet cable. And optionally, you can get yourself one of these, a case for your Raspberry Pi, that also has a small fan inside it. I will put you a link in the description box with all devices you will need. Now let's start installing this bad boy. First we have to install Linux on that Raspberry Pi. For this, just go to raspberrypi.com, then go to software, and here you can download the so-called Raspberry Pi Imager, which can install the Raspberry Pi OS on your micro SD card, and then you can just plug it to your Raspberry Pi and you get yourself a running Linux server. So here just select your OS. I'm on Linux, so I will download this one. If you are on Windows or Mac, it's the same process, just download it and double click. Here you can select your Raspberry Pi device. I have a Raspberry Pi 4, and next. For operating system, we only need the Raspberry Pi OS Lite, which doesn't contain any desktop environment or anything. So I think it is under Raspberry Pi OS Other, and yes, here it is. I will select this one, and next. Select your SD card, and next. Let's give it a host name. I will call it ads. And for localization, you have to select your country, keyboard layout. Now create a username for your Raspberry Pi. I will just go with CJ and a secure password. If you want to connect your Raspberry Pi using Wi-Fi, you can enter the Wi-Fi name here, so the SSID, and the password. I will connect it using an Ethernet cable because it's faster, and I will go to next. Here you have to enable SSH, so you can control your Raspberry Pi from other devices. I will show you more about this later. I don't need Raspberry Pi Connect, and right. Alright, it's done. Now you can hit finish. Linux is now installed on this small micro SD card, so you can just insert it to your Raspberry Pi, and now you can connect the power supply here, and you can insert the Ethernet cable here. So I will do this and come back to you. Now that the Raspberry Pi is running, we need to do some networking. So first we have to find out the IP address of the Raspberry Pi. For this I am using the software called Angry IP Scanner, which is available on Linux, Windows, and Sheet OS. So you just have to open it and click on Start. And here we have to find the Raspberry Pi based on the host name. So I called it ads before. If we scroll down a little bit, here you see it has the IP address 10.23.12.149. So I will just right click and copy the IP address. Now we have the IP address of the Raspberry Pi. I will just put it here. Now we are ready to install Pi-hole on our Raspberry Pi. To do this, just open up the terminal if you are on Linux, or PowerShell if you are on Windows. And here just type SSH, the username, in my case it was CJ, and the IP address, so 10.23.12.149. And enter the password. Installing Pi-hole is really simple. You only have to paste this command. I will put it in the first comment, and enter. Here it's telling you have to give it a static IP address. We will do this in the next step. It's asking if I want to add the Steven Black's DNS list or ads list, so I will go with yes. If you want logging, you can go with yes. Now it's doing some magic. And here it's telling us this is the IP address of Pi-hole. We already have it, so I will go to OK. Now it's installed, so just copy this web interface password. We need the IP address of the home router so we can make a DHCP reservation for the Raspberry Pi, because else the Raspberry Pi will get a new IP address after a reboot. You don't have to search for it, it is the first or the last IP address. So here we have 10, 23, 12, 149 for the Raspberry Pi. It will be 10, 23, 12, 1, or the last IP address, which is 254. You can just test both of them, so just type the IP address in the web browser and you will find it. For me, it is the first one. So this is the web interface of my home router. It will ask for a username and a password. You can find them on the back side of your home router. Now we have to tell our home router, whenever the Raspberry Pi asks for a new IP address, just give it this one. And to achieve this, we need the MAC address of the Raspberry Pi, which is the physical address. It can look like this. And this is just the identifier of the Raspberry Pi. To find this out, you have to search for it on your home router. So usually you can find it under the DHCP. This is the MAC address in my case, so I will go to MAC IP bind and add new. Paste the MAC address, and for IP, I will just give it the IP address it has now, which is 10.23.12.149, and save. The last thing we have to do on the home router, we have to tell it the new IP address of our DNS, which is in our case the Raspberry Pi. So you can find this option under DHCP or DNS if you have it. For me, it is hidden under DHCP, so here I have to disable DNS proxy, and now I can enter the IP address of the Raspberry Pi here. It was 10.23.12.149, and apply. So just paste the IP address of Pi-hole in the web browser and type /admin. So enter the password we have copied before and enter. And this is the dashboard. So Pi-hole was running for the last 15 minutes, I think, and I have tested it on one single PC and it already blocked 29 ads. So imagine if you have multiple devices, this number will be completely different. So 1.4% of the traffic was ads and got filtered. And here you can see all domains on the list. So right now I'm using only Stephen Black's list. And if we open it, here you see these are all domains that are inside this list. So yes, it took me 10 or 15 minutes to install this bad boy, but now I have an ad blocker on my network, so all my devices, including smartphones, PCs, even smart refrigerator, they are all protected against ads. And it is actually a set it and forget it device. Okay, you may have to install some updates every several weeks, but you can automate this using crontab. If you don't know how to do this, I will link you a video in the description box. And that was our video for today. And finally, no more ads, no more trackers at my home. If you like videos like these, check out this playlist, where I show you what you can do with your Raspberry Pi. So it's not just for ads blocking, you can turn it into your home server or install a password manager on it. You can do really much stuff. So if you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button and leave a comment. This is Libre-Data, and you are just getting started. See you the next time.